Hi, and welcome to Sully's Kitchen. I'm Sully. We have a very special episode for you today. Canada Day, baby! So, what's a food that we most often eat on Canada Day? Barbecue. And how can you make barbecue food even better? Increase the quality on the condiments. So, today is going to be a saucy episode because I'm going to show you how to make three main condiments that are gonna make your barbecue explosive. Not in that way. Mayo, mustard, ketchup, all from scratch. Let's see if they turn out, and if so, if they're better than getting them stuff at the store. So let's start with the mayo. Okay, so mayo, they use egg whites. I'm using a recipe where you can use the whole egg. However, the eggs are raw, so always worried about salmonella and all that stuff. So here's how you can limit the risk is by pasteurizing the eggs. And we do this by heating up some water to 140 degrees. It has to be 140 degrees exactly. Having the egg in there for 3 minutes, maintaining 140 degrees Celsius, or it's Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit. So I'm going to heat up the water now, and then I'll put the egg in. Hot in, so hot in here. Okay, so I have a pasteurized egg here. So it was in 140 degree Fahrenheit water for 3 minutes, and I just took the pot off and then submerged it in cold water instead. It says you can either use it right away or you can put it in the fridge. And I'm kind of feeling this around, and I can still feel that it's liquid inside. So that's good. It means I didn't hard boil it. Okay, now we'll keep going to make the mayo. So there's not a whole lot of ingredients required for the mayo, which is good. But we got 1 egg, and you want that to be lukewarm or room temperature. And we're going to put that in our bowl first. Whisk it for about 20 seconds. It says to use a food processor if you have one, but I don't. So we're going to do it by hand. So then I add in Dijon mustard, which was a joke gift from my friends MJ and Ian, because they said I didn't like Dijon mustard. Well, joke's on you, pals. Got a use for it after all. It's not that I don't like Dijon mustard, I just rather yellow mustard. White wine vinegar, and a tablespoon of that. Kosher salt, 1/4 of a teaspoon. Optional is 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. Then we mix this for about 20 seconds. Here's where it gets tricky. 1 cup of a neutral oil. I got canola oil here, but you're not supposed to add all of the oil at once. You're supposed to mix it in very slowly, or else it'll turn into mayo soup. Just waiting for this to resemble mayo in some form. We got an oil spill. I don't have a good feeling about this.
Whisking, sing it! Whisk, 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 whisk. Whisk, 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 whisk.
Soup of the day is mayo. Yeah, it's a bit more liquidy than I was aiming for. Apparently the foolproof recipe ain't so foolproof. So it says to give it a taste. I don't really want to because this is kind of gross. Try a little bit. I'd leave the lemon out of it next time. That's for sure. Also, I'm going to put this in the fridge. I'm going to see if it might thicken up a bit, and I'll try to give it another whisk. But I've been whisking for so long. This took me way longer than I was supposed to, just because I don't have a food processor. I knew it would be tough by hand, but what the hell, man? Hellman's? Huh? Mayo joke. We're back at it. Now it's time to make a yellow mustard. And it's from a real simple recipe. So I'll be the judge of that. Okay, so we grab a saucepan and we start off with a cup of water, 3/4 of a cup of mustard powder. Could only find pure dry mustard in the store, and I'm hoping that that's the same thing. And there's not even 3/4 of a cup in it. Didn't even think of that. Let's do some math and make the change. How much is in this mustard? We need 3/4 of a cup, and I only have 1/4. So I'm going to have to divide everything in the recipe by 3 now. Okay, pour that water out. Half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, so it'd be 1/6, just a dash, okay? 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, 1/8 of a teaspoon of garlic powder, basically hardly any. A pinch. I'll do a pinch of paprika. Mix this up, then I put it on the stove. Cook for 35 minutes. Oh my god, and you gotta mix it often, low to medium heat. I'll wait for that to thicken, and then I add in some vinegar.
Mustard. This is our little mustard song, mustard song, mustard song.
Okay, so the mustard, whole lot easier than the mayo. I had to kind of be there stirring it and whatnot, but because it was about 1/3 of what the recipe was, it also didn't take the full 35 minutes, then 10 minutes after adding the vinegar. It's supposed to be white vinegar, but I use white wine vinegar, so I can kind of taste that in here. So I'd probably just go with the white vinegar next time. However, the color is good. I don't know if you can really see it. I need better lighting. I have a light and a stand coming in the mail. It's been in the mail from China for 2 months. Okay. The equipment's going to get better. The visuals will get better. This is what we have to work with right now, okay? Don't got a big production. But anyways, very happy. It's with the consistency and all that. So, and they say to put it in a glass container. So I'm going to put it in this glass container. I'm going to put it in the fridge a bit. But passes the taste test, but it is very hot. So I'm going to try it again kind of after it cools down a bit. Ketchup time. Okay, now it's time to start with the ketchup. So the first thing that we need to do is put together a spice packet in a cheesecloth. Now, I did not read that part of the recipe whenever I bought the ingredients. I don't have a cheesecloth. What do I look like? A cheesesmith? So, I'm going to sacrifice an old t-shirt. They said that anything cotton is fine. Okay, so I'm going to cut this all up and to have a double layered cheesecloth for this bougie ketchup recipe.
Look at him standing!
So I cut up 2 pieces like this, and I'm going to use them as a little face mask after. We'll keep going with the spice packet. I'm going to put this spice packet together here. First off, 4 cloves of garlic. Whole cloves. Make sure to take off that waxy paper that's on them. And a bay leaf, 1/4 of a teaspoon of celery seed, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of allspice. Oh yes, and we got to tie it closed with kitchen twine. Well, I don't have kitchen twine again. So I looked what's a substitute? Floss. Dental floss. And that's what I'm going to use to tie this little packet up. A little spice packet. Okay, so now I have a fairly large pot, my biggest pot anyways, and we're going to start adding some stuff to the pot. 2 pounds of chopped tomato. It's about 6 of these Roma tomatoes. So a Roma tomato, I'm not sure exactly how they taste, but they smell good. Get it? Don't rush when you're doing that. That's when you can hurt yourself. So just take your time. Not making your own ketchup because it's faster. It's definitely faster and easier. Just buy a bottle of Heinz at the store. 1.5 teaspoon kosher salt. 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar. It's always good to have apple cider vinegar handy, especially when it comes fruit fly season. 5 tablespoons of brown sugar. You always want to have a little bite of the brown sugar before putting it away because it is good. There's an onion. Totally avoiding that. No onions today. A diced garlic clove, separate from the ones that are in the t-shirt cheesecloth. So diced, how does that differ from minced? Not exactly sure. I feel like they're diced. Add in the little spice baggie. Okay, so now I'm going to put this mixture on this medium heat for 1/2 an hour. So the pot was on for 1/2 an hour, and now I'm supposed to take it and strain it through a fine mesh strainer. Don't have a fine mesh one, just have a regular colander, as I say it. People make fun of it. And then I'm supposed to make it into a puree. However, it's very late at night right now because this took forever, and I don't want to use the blender, so I'm just going to kind of smash it the best that I can. Then I need to put it on the pot for another half an hour. Oh my god, it takes so long. This ketchup better be good. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be worth it. I don't think it's gonna be worth it. That's my prediction. Let's get it done. Okay? I'm gonna see this through. You're on this journey with me. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have to use the blender, and it's 11:30 at night. I hope I don't get in trouble with anyone, especially someone that might be trying to sleep, such as my co-producer. Anyways, if I'm in trouble, I'm blaming you. It's your fault, okay? Like and subscribe. So I have some juice. It's like tomato soupy almost. And I'm gonna put this into here. Okay, so that's what I got. I did it without waking anybody up. And that's pretty good. So I got a nice puree here. So I'm going to add it. Nice little paste there. We're getting close. There's going to be seeds in my ketchup. It's coming together. Let's give it the taste test here. I got my 3 sauces, my 3 condiments here. I took the mayo out of the fridge, tried to whip it a little bit more. This isn't a win. I'll taste it. I don't want to taste it, but I think I need to try the mayo again. Yuck. Then we got the mustard. So let's look at the mustard here. So the color is good. The texture is good. It smells like Dijon mustard. And it tastes like Dijon mustard, which is not my favorite mustard. It's usable though. Okay, and then we got the ketchup. And the ketchup, yes, it still has seeds in it because I don't have a fine mesh strainer, but it smells very good. And it looks very good. It's very hot right now. Yeah, this is a big win here on the ketchup. I should have started with the ketchup, but I thought that the mayo was going to be the easiest and get my confidence going. But hindsight is 2020. Heinz. Ketchup joke.
Again, I just wanted to wish you a very happy Canada Day. I got my red on here. Hope that your barbecues go well. I had a bit of a mess up on this episode. My camera that does a lot of my close-ups, it ran out of space, so a lot of the videos of the close-up shots didn't make it in the video today. We're always improving. It wouldn't be as much fun if it was perfect. Like, subscribe, share, talking about that to your barbecues. By the time you probably watch this, it's probably not going to be Canada Day anymore anyway. So phone them up. Say, that was a great barbecue. Why don't you watch Sully's Kitchen and like and subscribe and share with your friends. Happy Canada Day!